Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Hey, good evening to you. Welcome along. It's Friday night. It's 7 o'clock and you're with Stu Bear in the chair. How the devil are you? It's great to have your company and we're live in the studio this week. And hey, tonight's show, it is going to be loud, I can tell you. So, hey, just be careful of those ears. Coming up on tonight's show, well, we've got a tornado special. Coming up in a minute, we've got tornadoes through the Mach Loop. Also, we're going to be getting hot with the burners. We've got F-104 Starfighters. We've got go-karting at the hangar, in the hangar. Hey, that sounds interesting. You're going to love it. It's really cool. Also, we've got a tornado display, an IL-76. We also have Mildenhall mass takeoff for the D-Day. Also, what else do we have? Oh, yes, farewell to tornadoes. We've got little and large. We've got Maiden. We've also got F-15s flying through the Mach Loop. So, by that rundown, it certainly tells you it's going to be a fast, furious and a loud show. So without further ado, let's start things off right now. Over to the Mach Loop, and that's coming up in just a moment. But to start things off, it's a tornado at Coningsby. Let's have a look.
College Tower, good morning. We'll take ready for departure.
Rotate to Coningsby Tower, line up and wait.
Line up and rotate.
Double 88, clear for takeoff, wind 2005.
Clear takeoff, rotate.
Bravo, taken clear, Coningsby departure, step 3.
Level 13097.
Level 25 miles southeast of the valley. Looking for a climb to en route direct to Coningsby. We'll take anything between 20 to 30,000 feet.
Bound for the loop.
99 single fault T2, entering the northern side of the loop this time.
Coming.
Tornado just put out a low level, currently at flight level 55 overhead the Mach Loop, looking for a flight level 140 in transit to the Litchfield Corridor, RTB Marham. GR4 just pulled out the Mach Loop, doing a climb flight of 140 for the Litchfield RTB
Level 83, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Rebel 83.
runway 3, clear to land.
Clear land, runway 3.
Cobra 1-1 flight join.
Cobra 1-1 flight, Coningsby Tower, join runway 07 right hand, QFE 1030, circuit clear.
07 right 1030, Cobra 1.
Hi there, we're the crew of the Sea King rescue aircraft behind us as it's flown. You're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
You certainly are. You're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear. Hey, the man's not wrong. That's Jane and Steve. And in the background, you notice there's Sea King, and it was in those beautiful settings of Shuttleworth. And that's where we're going to be next Saturday. And hopefully, hey, let's keep our fingers crossed with the weather. That's the 2nd, is it the 2nd of October? Round about then. Hey, we're going to have a quick look at the chat room right now, just before we go into the next feature and see who we have there. What a great crowd we have in the chat room. If you'd like to take part in the chat, all you got to do, it's quite simple. Just subscribe to Airshow World, and within 1 minute, you'll be able to take part in the chat room. Couldn't be better. But so far, we've got Dickie McVitie. He's been down there in Cornwall. LT Viber Pilot, how the devil are you? Good to see you. We've got Gary Inge, Mid-Atlantic RR. We have SHGP. Oh, keep watching SHGP. You might enjoy this. We've got my good friend, also, well, Steve's my good friend as well. We've got Maurice Moon, says, thank goodness it's Friday and Airshow World treat time. Absolutely. I hope you got your curry as well there, Maurice. And also we have Clive Everly. Hiya, Clive. Shane Smith. Who else do we have? Let me have a look through the list of folks. We've got Julie. Hello, Julie. Shane Smith. Yeah, we mentioned you. Who else have we got? Hey, it's such a big list of folks here. We've got Colin Hill, John Bollen, Andrew Austin, Gary Inge. I just love all you folks in here. We've got Mike B. We've got Mary Lane. I've got it right. I tell you, I've been practicing for weeks on that one. PJ, hello PJ. We've got something from PJ coming up a little bit later. Also, who else do we have? We've got Jake Jackson. So many folks. And I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to move the show along. Keep the messages coming in, and I'll try to mention as many folks as I possibly can. All right. So don't forget, if you want to take part in all the fun, and I can give you a live mention right now on air, put a message into the chat room. It's the only way to be. Every Friday night with Stu Bear on Airshow World at 7 o'clock, 7 till 8. Right, what are we going to do right now? Yeah, we're going to get nice and hot, all right? Getting close up and bringing on some hot burners. I'm going to get in really close with these. You're not going to see the planes taking off for too long. But you're going to get close. Hey, I told you tonight, it is a loud show. Also, hi to Michael Underwood. Pia Tor's with us. Shane Smith, Jim Gamble, Jake Jackson. Just let me start that again, just a moment. There we go. Talk about getting hot, I tell you what. Also, hi to Night Stalker, Mike B. see, I do like to oblige. You just watch this Phantom take off in just a moment. This is a little bit special. Watch this.
We were just Final formation, Wellington Tower, good morning. Line up, surface wind calm.
So there we go on a Friday night. Some videos just to warm the cockles of your heart, I tell you. With those real hot burners. And you definitely don't want to be behind one of these when they're taking off. Hey, did someone mention tea? Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Yeah, you know the score. You know how to get it. Don't forget, it's uppercase, that code, Airshow. All right, what have we got coming? We've got more tornadoes coming up very, very, very soon. But, hey, keep the messages coming in. And it's great, as always, to see all these fantastic folks in the chat room. Right, what have we got? Oh, yes, F-104 Starfighters. Now, I'm going to show you a little snippet from a very rare video. It's really old footage and taken a long time ago by none other than the Vikings display team. It was from their last year, and look closely at the lineup of these German F-104 Starfighters. That's coming up. Hey, you can even have a sing-along with this as well. It's just like being in the pub with a beer. Watch this. Hey, Andrew Austin, I'll tell you the story about that B1 roll, all right? After this, remind me.
Starfighter. Well, it's a Starfighter. I said a Starfighter. Well, it's a Starfighter.
So you can just imagine this, can't you, eh? In a bit, Keller. Sing it away!
Starfighters song. Before you see it, it'll be gone. It's the prettiest bird up in the sky. The Starfighter, the moonlight and love song.
Welcome to the world of the Vikings. The Vikings are the demonstration team of the German Navy, the Bundesmarine as it's called in German, and of the Bundeswehr, the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Germany. We'll take you to the major highlights in their 1986 season when they attended some 20 air shows with 3 million people watching. Now, flying 2 Lockheed F-104G Starfighters, here are the Vikings.
Hi, I'm Colin Turkington. You're watching Airshow World.
Well, thank you very much there, Colin Turkington, and that, in a moment, will lead us rather nicely into our next feature. But just before we do that, somebody said in the chat room, hey Stu, did it do a barrel roll? Yes, it certainly did, and it can do those, the B1, it's done them several times. You may remember it did 1.5 at Fairford, where was it? It was the Royal International Air Tattoo at in Leicestershire, Rutland. It'll come to me in a minute. At Cottesmore, that's it. Back in, 2000, something like that. Anyway, the story goes that when it did that at Waddington, the organisers of the air show said, no way, no, it didn't do a barrel roll. Absolutely not, definitely not. So, of course, I showed them the video. They said, it did do a barrel roll. It certainly did. Right, before we just go into the next feature, who else have we got? Gary Inge. We have also SL Cutouts. How are you? We have Chris as well. Keep the messages coming in. If you've never ever taken part in the chat room, it's so easy to do. All you have to do is just subscribe to Airshow World, and then within a minute, you'll be able to take part in the chat room, which is, as always, so lively. Great folks. I love you all to bits. this and keep it going. Right, last weekend, what were we up to? We had a great time. Did a bit of go-karting in an old hangar next to, have you ever heard of Langer? It's the parachute dropping place. It's the main place in the country where these people, crazy people, they throw themselves out of aeroplanes, which sounds a bit strange to me. But next door to that, there's this brilliant go-karting track, and it's called the Hangar. And we're going to have a quick look at that right now. It was Sadie's 18th birthday, so we wanted to do something a little bit special. And this is what it looks like. And in a moment, we'll actually see some video of the cars, well, the carts going round. I tell you, it was the best fun in the world. It was absolutely brilliant. This will give you a bit of an idea, and we'll tell you a little bit. We'll tell you in a short while how you can get involved with this. Because literally anybody can do this. They have cards for even the kids. They can go round. I think it's from about at the moment the age of 8. They won't be going round on these beasties. But these are the ones that we actually went round on, and I tell you, it was the best fun I've had in a long, long time. Certainly recommend it. I'll tell you more about it in just a moment. Hey, good evening to Darren. Hiya, Darren. Nice to see you. Also, hi to LT Viber Pilot. Scary, really, in a way, isn't it, hey? Julie, she doesn't drive a car, but she's certainly had a go at go-karting. And I tell you, I've got to go back again very, very soon. And here they are. There's the boss, there's Teresa, and there she is, there's Sadie, with, of course, hanging on, super glued to the phone to her hand. I tell you what is it about these kids? They never let go of the phone. You know, you say, oh, I'll fix it for you. They never let you look at them. Very strange to me. There we go. That's the website. Check it out. It is called The Hangar at Langer. And it's in, it's not too far from Nottingham and, Beaver Castle, that sort of area. Beautiful part of the world. And also, you'll see all the people chucking themselves out of these aeroplanes just next door where they do the parachuting. I certainly recommend it. And if you do go here, make sure you mention Airshow World. That's where you heard about it, all right? Check them out. Don't forget, Stu Bear, Airshow World. That's where you heard about it. Right, what have we got coming up for you right now? Well, it's more back to the action, back to some more brilliant aircraft, and coming up for you right now. I tell you what, let's go back to the tornadoes. Let's have a display of an Italian tornado. Well, that's coming up for you right now. Don't forget, keep the messages coming in, and I'll do my best to go through them in just a moment.
And after this first upside down flypast, and now the pilot turns left to perform a half Cubanese.
Hey, well, you've got it sorted there, LT Viber Pilot.
Allow the pilot to
you can do a bit of parachuting.
According to flying speed.
They do the tandem parachutes, you know. And if that's not enough adrenaline-filled action for you, just next door, have a go at the go-karting.
Ground references are essential to even the simplest maneuvers. And now it gets back for a Schneider turn. Lots of flight device which now rigged the new generation combat aircraft. That's why the navigator role is essential throughout the flight. It's a supersonic. By the way, the jet has been slowing down, as the crew seems to have something to say.
Julie, I might have guessed you'd come up with something like that. What are you like?
Everybody to be here today.
These were the commanders.
Well, the Germans still use the Tornadoes there, Paul. And I think the Italians as well, but certainly the RAF. They retired them several years ago. 2019.
1,500 meters in order to draw the so-called...
But we've got something special for you coming up.
Over the descent, the crew is setting up the Tornado for a simulated touch-and-go landing. Well, if you were on board now, you would hear the navigator call 25 maneuver gear down. That means headlights on, full extended wings, landing gear out, pretending to be touching the runway in the touch and roll feature. Here it comes.
I'm not sure what the music is in the background. I hope it's not the usual copyright music. We got the sound again. Thanks for that, John Bollen. He says, hey, Lakenheath, been doing lots of night sorties this week. Look at that shot. Oh. And also Coningsby have been night flying this week. But yesterday, boy oh boy, we had a lot of F-15s flying right over the top of me.
Display line again. Here it comes a roll under turn, in which we can appreciate the high roll rate of the Tornado while it's return, developed by John. The scheme was purposely repeated for the Cosford Day show.
Just what an amazing aircraft. Beautiful. Look at this.
It's with a freestyle roll. Thank you, Captain Gabriele Yolfi. Thank you, Captain Paul.
As he reaches for the skies.
Thank you for joining us at Cosford Air Show. Thank you for watching.
Tony Prince.
Tony! How are you?
It's me. How you doing?
We're okay.
This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. Watching the Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Oh, yeah.
I just love it when that woman, she says, oh, yes. Hey, oh, yes, you're going to love what we've got coming up for you right now. It's, it's something a little bit different. But hey, staying with the tornado theme, certainly will be. But before we get to that, we've got a few more folks to say hi to in the chat room. So who else have we got? We've got the Spyglass out, so let's have a look. Gary Inge, great to see you and the messages you keep putting in. Also, hi to Kevin Henry the 8th. Always put some good messages. Hey, love you all. We have Benny Boy, I think it is something like that. And, you know, I always get these names all mixed up, but you know who you are. John Bollen, also Andrew Austin. The whole crowd are in the room tonight. If you've never put a message in, don't be shy. Put a message in right now, and I'll do my best to say, hi, how are you doing? And even if it's just you want to say hello to somebody, I can certainly do that. Right, what have we got? Ah, yes, it's mainly a tornado special, but lots of fast jets, lots of noise, and we've got another tornado coming up for you right now, courtesy of PJ. This is something you might like. It's a little bit different, but hey, it's still a tornado. Going through a station late at night, almost spooky. Let's slow it right down. See it one more time, nice and slow. PJ, thank you so much for sending that in, and it came in just at the right time, so we could fit it in to our Tornado special, because that's what that steam engine's called. It's called the Tornado, and what? I just love steam engines, I tell you. But hope you enjoyed that. Ah, and so does Paul. He likes his steam engines, and oh yeah, Aid liked it as well. Right, what have we got coming up for you right now? Ah, yeah, we've got a bit of that, have we? Earlier this week, we had one of these Ilyushin IL-76s. Came into East Mids Airport. Was it Monday, Tuesday? Hey, the days just roll into one for the bear, I can tell you. But it wasn't filmed on that occasion, but it is still filmed from East Mids Airport, and it's still an Ilyushin IL-76. So you've got two of them coming up. So we'll see the first one at East Mids, and then we're going to see another one from Fairford when it watch the takeoff on the one from Fairford and listen to the radio comms as well. But firstly, let's see this from East Midlands Airport. Julie, I wasn't going to say a word. But I've got to smile. You've got to smile. But what a brilliant sight that was. Fancy that, hey? Especially if you didn't know it was going to happen. A steam train. The tornado going through late at night. And if you like that sort of thing, hey, keep tuned to Airshow World, and we'll do our best to bring you a few more of those over the next weeks and months and years. Here she goes, taking off right now. Good evening to Tank Ace.
Okay, and just report ready to taxi.
And now we switch to another IL-76. This time, it's Fairford.
And,
watch this takeoff. Watch it carefully.
Follow me inside up to back to talk to us. Okay, yep, if you follow me vehicle. Copy that, Ricky 9-3 will be following the follow me. Ricky 9-3, apologies, yeah, that's the one. IL-76.
IL-76 has blown 2 tyres on rolling, just as he rotated. 2 tyres blew.
That's understood. Formation.
And the Ilyushin was escorting these beauties. The Sukhois.
The Delta 7 turn line up 27.
If you're going to do it in style.
4 Charlies, that's when the smoke and the bang went.
Hello everybody, my name's Chris Brady and this is Airshow World.
Hi, it's Steve from SHGP Virtual Aviation and you are watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
My name's Andy and I'm watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Hey, thank you Andy as well. That's Andy from Mansfield. Steve, SHGP, and of course our very good pilot friend, Chris Brady. And Andy did that down at Mildenhall, and just look at these taking off from Mildenhall. It was a mass takeoff for the D-Day celebrations back in June 2019. Also saying hi to Shiva this evening, and Karen Kakarin, Mark Webber Webster. And again, Mildenhall pulling out the stops. You saw the Elephant Walk last week. And look at this fly past. Love every second of that. See, hey, I keep dropping on lucky when I'm at Mildenhall just recently. But, hey, what have we got coming? Oh, yes, we've got something really special coming for you next. And, yeah, Morris is absolutely right. They then flew over at Duxford. It was back in those big celebrations that they had for the 75th anniversary of D-Day back in 2019. And also, we were down at Duxford, and I was with Morris and took some great videos of the well, I tell you what, I will play those for you maybe next week or whenever, all right? That was when the Dakotas, they had that mass takeoff of all the Dakotas. Can't remember how, was there about 25 there? It was pretty special. Right, wow, I tell you what, it's getting, oh, hey, getting so hot in this room tonight, I can tell you. Right, what have we got? Yes, tonight's special. It's, the theme is tornadoes. So you saw a steam train. We've seen some aircraft. What we're going to see right now, we had a question in the chat room, and they were saying, when did the RAF stop flying the tornadoes? Did I say typhoons? When did they stop flying the tornadoes? Well, it was back in 2019. And over at Marham, they had this special day for the very final flights of them. And we're going to see that right now. This was a joint effort with myself and a friend of mine. We one of them was down the other end of the runway, and I was down the other. And we've also got our Clive Jones. Hiya, Clive. Good to see you. He's put a message in the chat room saying, evening all. Get the doom bars in. Mark Webster, thank you so much for that fantastic, kind donation. It makes a big, big difference to Airshow World. And I'll definitely have a doom bar on you later tonight, as soon as I finish the show. I tell you, I'm going to need it to cool me down. It is so hot in here.
9-1 flight to south of backtrack. Backtrack, 9495 and 93 to vacate, 91 and 92 to line up. 291 flight to Mile Tower, roger, enter runway 19, backtrack and line up as pre-briefed. Backtrack, line up as briefed, Tornado 91 flight.
Now you see our Karen. She's still recovering, you see, from last week's show with all those fireworks. And if you'd like to see that again, hey, it's so simple. All the videos are there. You can watch them all over again. But also, earlier this week, I did a standalone version of those fantastic fireworks and pyrotechnics. An aircraft with fireworks off them and all of that. Just look out for that.
Colour white, QFE 1009, IFR Lake and Heathcote, fuel for radar 960.
Taxi 19 right hand, with Lima 1009, Tornado 965.
Look at these takeoffs. Great message. Thank you, Ian, for putting that in. Saying a big thanks to Mark Webster.
91 and 92, everyone's still fine. 9192. Good afternoon. Tornado 91 and 92, this is traffic service at 1 south.
Tornado 91.
So what was this all about? All these tornadoes taxiing by, taking off. Well, it was a very, very special occasion. It was absolutely packed. Every man and his dog turned out that likes aviation, that loves the tornadoes. And in just a moment, you're going to see a fantastic 9-ship flyby.
1,000 feet, traffic service.
Tornado 94 flight, direct to identify traffic service reduced as briefed, air navigation, Humber 1008.
Air navigation 1008, Tornado at 94 flight. Is this your request, Joey? Request. 5. We'll maintain this for takeoff and departure because the other guys will be using it busy forming up. Now Tornado 96 flights are ready for clearance. CFR 3646 Bristol Stud 5 when airborne 96 flights to tower. Pass down the hall now, coming left, inbound. X-ray. Right, good. 98. 99. Tower, Tornado 96 flight, ready for departure. Tornado 96, flight mile tower, enter runway 19, backtrack as briefed. Enter runway 19, backtrack as briefed, 96 flight. And 6 flight, the squawks were as previously briefed before you walked. 6, 9, flight. ground, Tornado 21 flight, taxi with lead.
The fast one that went.
And keeping the messages coming in. A very good evening to you as well. That's Dan. Architect Design is with us. And still to come tonight, we have some unbelievable footage coming, including some video footage that I've only just been able to retrieve from a broken hard drive.
Enter backtrack, line up 19, Tornado 21 flight. Standing walk. 100. Fiddle 9, O navigation, level 100, Tornado 21.
And here we go. Here's the flypast. Don't worry, it's not somebody eating a packet of crisps. It's all these photographers taking the photographs. I told you this week it was going to be something a little bit different, a little bit special, and somebody asked, saying, hey, can I do a tornado special? So I hope you're enjoying this.
Down the eastern side of Holding, west of Kingsway, round 4. Flight also be our contact place.
Well, Karen, there was an air show not too long ago near Swindon, well, sort of. Oxfordshire area the other week. It was Abingdon, but of course not far from Swindon. You've got Fairford. And all being well, next July, that should be on the Royal International Air Tattoo.
Monster 6, my intentions are we're going to give ourselves a little bit more of a line-up for runway 01.
But air shows coming up. Well, next weekend, it's Shuttleworth Collections race weekend. And the weekend after that, it's Duxford's Best of the Year show.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Mike Williams. I'm one part of the extra Little and Large duo team, and I actually pilot the 40% extra. You are watching Air Show World with Stu Bear.
Thank you very much then, Mike Williams. And also we've got Chris Burkett with the Little and Large.
Following it off, down the grass we have the 41% scale model. Ratio of the full-size aircraft is about 0.75 to 1, which is impressive enough. The scale model has a thrust-to-weight ratio of 2.5 to 1, which means it is truly able to come to the hover and to perform some of the more extreme high angle of attack manoeuvres that are coming up in a little while. And all the while, just as he would if he had another full-size aircraft in formation with him, Chris is calling the shots to Mike over the radio. And this is a display that's become so well practiced over the years, and of course it's now complemented by the colour scheme, because they now match as well. The livery of the Global Stars team. That model, built by a company called Krill, it's just under 3 metres long and just over 3 metres in wingspan. It costs £6,500. And when it shows us what it can do on its own, it's able to hang on the propeller at just between 30 and 50% throttle. It doesn't entirely replicate the full-size original. The design's been tweaked in a few ways in order for it to be able to perform some of the more absolutely extreme manoeuvres, the sort of post-stall manoeuvres. Look at them performing those synchronised. In for a break, towards each other. Incredible strength in the extras airframe, not least from the carbon fibre that makes up a good proportion of its construction. Very light.
Absolutely amazing skills by these two pilots. We're going to call them both pilots.
Chris has just called the join up.
So as you saw, Mike Williams, he introduced it, and he's flying the model aircraft, and Chris Burkett is flying the full-scale aircraft. Look at that. And Chris is part of that fantastic display team that I've featured quite a bit recently, and that's the Global Stars. And next week at Shuttleworth, next Saturday, the team leader will be there in his extra. And that's our very good friend of Airshow World, that's Mark Jeffries, who'll be there.
Chris Burkett.
And you saw a bear in there. It wasn't Stu Bear, it was Pudsey Bear. There we go, a nice big wave as well.
Running through it, all goes to plan until Well, the next two items reflect the part played in the...
And that was actually filmed at Little Granston. Fantastic air show, and really enjoyed it. And it was Steve that got me to go along there. He said, hey, you've got to go. And Steve also, he's got me into going to Shuttleworth, and certainly can't wait to be there next Saturday. Steve, Tracy, Scott, the gang, Airshow World will be down there next Saturday at Shuttleworth. Meanwhile, now then, hey, what we've got for for you right now. This video footage that you're going to see, I'm so lucky to have been able to retrieve this. It was lost on a hard drive. We've seen little bits of this sort of display before, but only from the Friday. I also went, it's from Farnborough back in 2014. It was the year when, hey, I had so many disasters go wrong with the equipment. Hard drive failing, cameras failing, you name it, it all went wrong. And this footage you're going to see right now, it was from the Wednesday of Farnborough, looking directly down the runway. You've probably seen something similar before, but I've certainly not showed this section before. So enjoy this. It was from Farnborough 2014. And very lucky.
400.
I'm very lucky to get this back.
We're running approximately 2 to 3 minutes past, sorry, slowly, so you probably expect roughly about 50 start time.
I used to love filming from this location. It was absolutely awesome. And you're going to see some great takeoff shots. Oh, like this one. Now, I must admit, one of these went directly over me yesterday. Lovely clear blue skies here at East Mids Airport. And went over, heading towards Manchester at 14,000 feet. And going the opposite way, or sideways to it, was a couple of F-15s at the same height. I thought, whoops. You bet your bottom dollar there, John, absolutely live right now outside. Oh, hold on, it's dark. Absolutely there, Frederick. Frederick says, yeah, the F-35 is going to Lakenheath in December. Yeah, why December, eh? Gosh, oh, too cold for bears, I tell you. I normally hibernate in the winter time, but I'd certainly love to be there for when they first arrive. Hey, well, good luck with that there, Bradley Penny, doing his video tonight, so good luck with that. Don't you dare go anywhere. We've still got some more brilliant footage coming up for you, including F-15s flying through the Mach loop. It's still all to come right here on Airshow World. So just imagine the passengers on yesterday, if they were looking out of the windows and seeing a couple of F-15s literally going past them at the same height. Thank you very much there, Gary, saying, hey Stu, great show tonight. Awesome, thanks. Hey, well, don't go anywhere. We've still got lots coming up for you. You see, Mark, he's not very far from me, and he certainly heard those F-15s as well. Well, if you'd have looked up at around about 11:45, you would have seen what I saw. I thought, what on earth? that was close.
Ground, hold at Alpha 2 north of the display line. Hold at Alpha 2, Typhoon. Monitor the display frequency. Monitor display frequency.
Hey, can you spy what I can spy? That beautiful Connie in the background. Right now, a Typhoon display coming directly towards you. Karen, thank you very, very much. What a nice lady. She says, hey, I love your shows, Stu. Thank you, really appreciate it. Hey, I can bring you some Connie footage, no problem. I'll see if I can dig some out for next week. But coming up in a moment, hey, time for a bit of DJ style, Stu. We've got some Iron Maiden coming up. I've sort of got some old East Mids coming up in a moment for you, Mark. As I said, we got a bit of Iron Maiden coming up. I like the bear. I like that bear. watching.
Request engine start hangar 6.
41 from ground, startup approved, information Sierra, QNH 1020.
Clear to land 241250 or not.
Hornet 1, ready for taxi, information Sierra from hangar 6 with 1020 on the QNH.
Hornet 1, roger, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 24.
And coming up for you, as promised, it's jumbo time. It's Ed Force 1. I beg your pardon? Hey, thank you very much there, John Bollen. Great comment, and I really appreciate it. So much work goes into these Friday night shows, you wouldn't believe it. It's taken all week just to prepare this 60-minute show, especially for you guys. Well, Bruce, if you're going to do it in style. Hey, you know what? We've got time for one last feature. We've gone slightly over time, but we've got time for one more video before we leave you tonight. I'm going to say thank you so much to everybody. Thank you for the brilliant donations in the chat room. So much appreciated. Don't forget, Julie's got that Facebook page, which is called Airshow World Fan Page. Certainly check that out. Thanks everybody for supporting Airshow World. It's been an unbelievable week this week. Something like 500,000 views just this week. It's been crazy. So thank you everybody supporting Airshow World. And right now, what have we got for you to wrap up tonight's show? We were talking about F-15s.
Any radio, Eagle 401, it's a flight of 4 Fox 15 Echoes inbound for the loop from the north. We'll be transiting the Mach loop from west to east and then up through Bala Lake.
Thank you very much, John Bolland, for that really kind donation. Thank you, makes all the difference. And yesterday in the Mach Loop, apparently it was a pretty busy day with F-15s. I can vouch for that. They were flying over the top of me.
Eagle, confirm we're still in the low fly area. 401 flight, Eagle, confirm you're in the loop at this time. Okay, we're at the tactical right side. We're going to spin and hold here.
Thank you very much, Morris. Much appreciated. Says, cheers, Stu, for another great night. Thank you.
Typhoon, Eagle copies. We'll let you have the loop. We're holding off to the west side of the loop, and once you clear the loop, would you let us know, and then we'll be in. That is our playmate. Their call sign is dark. We are not working with them. They should be north of the lake towards Bala, and we're holding west of the loop over the water.
And this particular day, the commander of the F-15s was actually flying through. And he got to see this video, and he sent me a personal message, and he said, hey, I recognize that voice. That was me. And you heard that at the beginning of the video. Hey, Shane Smith, thank you also for that brilliant donation. Means a lot. And this is a Typhoon.
Copies, we're in from the coastline from west through north in the loop.
Copy 64, copy the last May, thanks for your help.
Eagle, good day.
Orbit to block 5 to 24,000 feet for 10 minutes before RTB.
Well, I'm going to leave you in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go and have a beer, a bit of pizza. That's if, as long as Matthew, Heather, Teresa, and Sadie haven't eaten at all. But that almost wraps things up for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to see these videos in full, just search through Airshow World and you will find them.
Rack 21 left to 120.
Also, a quick reminder, don't forget our good friends over there on Plain Talking UK podcast. They're live until around about 9:15. If you go over to them, don't forget to say, hey, Stu said, why don't we come across? So, hey, certainly join them.
Rack 21 is complete with general handle in the North Wales MTA. We're looking to RTB via Litchfield at this time.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And of course, you know what that means. That's the end of the show. Gone slightly over time this evening, but hey, what the heck? When you're enjoying yourself, well, why not? And I certainly hope you've enjoyed yourself this evening with Stu Bear in the chair with the usual Friday night live studio show. Until next time, have yourself a fantastic weekend. Don't forget, make sure those notifications are all working, because I could be live anytime. Who knows? Might be down at East Mids sometime next week. You just never know where the bear is going to pop up next. But hey, until next time, have yourself a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next Friday night for the Friday Night Live Show. Thank you, everybody, for all the great donations. And thank you for all you great people in the chat room. And to anybody else watching this on a replay, hey, keep on supporting Airshow World. It's much appreciated. Take care from Stu Bear, from Julie, from everybody in the chat room. Have yourself a good weekend. As we said, we'll see you next time. Good night.